Has anyone seen Wales in the World Cup?
Oh, that's a bit harsh. You've gone early there, haven't you?
Has anyone seen Wales?
Can't be saying that. Can't be saying that. Big results in today's game. See Portugal and Brazil qualify for the last 16. Can Portugal win it? They're looking like the real deal. And we've got to recap England's shocking performance Friday night. What went wrong? Gareth Southgate.
Got a point. Good point.
Does he deserve a little bit more credit for that point, or was it an absolute disaster class from England? No Foden again. What's going on? How's Foden not playing? 03 717 22 33 44. We're also going to build up to England v Wales tomorrow night live on Talksport. What do you want to see different from England? Do you want to see some changes? And Wales fans, can you cause an upset and get out of this group? 03 717 22 33
Yeah, don't bother
44.
phoning up Wales fans. It's all over. Hello, mate.
How are you, matey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm in great spirits.
Excellent. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. You talk while I just do
Listen,
just do this.
we've just started the show. You've been here.
Come straight back in.
You come in here. There's no one in before us.
There is. There's you and the news crew, and I just had to
You
reorganise.
stroll in like a child that you always are.
No. That's not fair.
Surprised you haven't banged the mic yet.
No. Oh, sorry.
Honestly,
I know,
can't deal with
so
you.
childish.
What have you been up to today? What have you been doing? Anything?
So what I have
Apart from
sat
watching football every day.
I took the dogs for a walk. Watched the first game. By the way, can I just say today's football, first two games, the best game of the tournament so far. 3-3. The Cameroon game was just, you could not take your eyes off it, mate. It was unbelievable.
Brilliant. I was playing golf.
Okay, so I took the dogs for another walk. Come back, and then it's 3-2. I mean, honestly, the African teams in this game, if there's one thing I can say about this World Cup, when I grew up as a kid watching the World Cup, and the first World Cup I remember was 1978, from what's happened, these African countries now, they are serious players. They are serious players. Do not underestimate the African sides, because there was a time, Morocco, the day before, right? If you underestimate these sides, you at your peril. Because when I first started watching the World Cup in 78, and then you move forward to 82 and so on and so forth, these were always like the laughing stock, African football and all, they don't know what they're doing. Let me tell you now, these guys now will, if you underestimate them, as Serbia did today, you will get your collar felt. You will absolutely find that you'll find out that these guys are good players. There's some serious boys.
No, but they're not going to get into the latter stages, are they? Come on.
Well,
there's too many good teams.
But England might, or Spain not, or Germany might not, if you do not take these teams seriously. Honestly, they have got some serious players, mate. They do.
What did you make of the Portugal game? We sat and watched that one.
We did.
And Portugal, for me, no one's really spoke about Portugal to win the competition. But actually, when you look at the side and the players that they've got,
on paper,
they're fantastic.
On paper, they look
really good, solid.
Yeah, Uruguay. Really? I mean, God, how underwhelming have they been? I mean, I have to say,
they've got two aging centre forwards, though, haven't they?
But you got Nunez.
Portugal got Ronaldo.
Yeah, but Nunez is playing out wide. I mean, they started off. What has Suarez been up to? I mean, does he live under a McDonald's? I mean, honestly, it is harsh. But Mike,
it's harsh. Cavani started tonight, and he
Cavani looks like a Greek god, but he can't do the move. But Nunez, you've got Nunez out wide. Well, they keep playing him out wide. I mean, they play him down the middle today, but the first game played him out wide left. Play him. He's the pace. He's the attack. They keep moving things around. Suarez started the first game. I thought he looked like a Teletubby. Honestly,
it's a bit harsh, but I know what you mean. Never judge a book by its cover, Jace. Come on. Why are you looking at me like that?
I thought he looked like Suarez. Sorry, I thought I was doing a show with Suarez for a second. It's Cundy and Suarez. I think he off the bench first game.
If you can still get around the park and you can still
produce park? How big's this park?
And you can still produce a bit of magic. Don't matter if you carry a little bit.
No, I know.
Remember Andy Reid back in the day?
Yes, of course. I know, Forest. Yeah. And you had Jamie Orr in the middle of the park of Spurs pulling strings. A little tubby
Jan Molby, come on.
Oh no! Oh, don't talk about Jan Molby. By the way, he was. No, don't.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can't judge a book by its cover.
I've got to say, I see Jan, right? I see Jan at Stamford Bridge a lot. He doesn't look a lot different now than when he played. Honestly, I think that's just his shape. He didn't move. He was the Don back then, mate. Don't knock Jan Molby.
He was a top player. Well, look, Portugal looked really good, but I haven't spoken to you since Friday, the game.
Go on.
What did you make of it? Because we both watched it. We didn't really talk afterwards.
No.
And it was a bit of a shocker, really, wasn't it?
Wasn't great. No, wasn't great. But I have to say...
What are you doing?
I'm just checking up my stats.
What stats are you looking at?
Look, I've got my computer, I've got my phone in front of me. I'm just looking at me.
You're not. You're looking at something else.
Jamie O'Hara's a massive... No, I can't say that. No. I'm just looking back at some of at what I thought the game that I saw, and it's difficult because I actually didn't feel a point was a bad result. It wasn't a brilliant performance by any stretch of the imagination, right? It wasn't. But bearing in mind what happened before when Wales got beat by Iran, it changes things. And this is the problem. I don't think people look at this, right? So do we want to... We always want to see our team go out and perform brilliantly, knock teams off the mark, pass them away, create loads of chances, be the best side out there. There's only 2 teams, as far as I'm aware right now, that have won both games in the World Cup. That's France and Brazil. Am I right? I'm looking at my producer.
You're wrong.
Who's that? Who's the other one?
Portugal.
Okay, Portugal, right? So the other 2 teams that I spoke about, I think they're going to get the final. For me, it's France and Brazil in the final.
Yeah.
Right? So
that means we're getting knocked out in the quarterfinal.
It does. But what I'm saying is, no 2 teams win the first 2 games. Very, very rare do you get teams blowing teams out the water.
It's the manner of the performance, though, Jace. You know, you have that great performance against Iran. You get everyone back on side. Everyone's loving England again.
Yep.
And then you go into that USA game. Everyone's got World Cup fever. Yep. And look, you're right. It's a point. You move on. You've seen a couple of tricky second games where teams have, where they've give up the good work that they've done. But in that game, we didn't even look like winning. We didn't even look like scoring. No. It was flat. Players looked tired. Mason Mount playing, Foden not being used. There was just so many things where you look at it and go, oh, come on, is it same old England again? Same old Gareth Southgate? Same old rubbish that we've got to watch? I wanted to get excited for England. I was excited. After the Iran game, I was excited.
When you say same old, are you talking about getting to a semi-final and a final?
No,
when you say same old, explain that because
same old England, boring game management.
No, but here's the
not going at teams like France, like Portugal, like Brazil.
By the way, France weren't great. France weren't great. France were not great. Brazil today weren't great.
You played like Qatar against USA.
No. But what I'm saying, I've not seen. There's not one team I've looked at. I've gone, oh wow, they are absolutely nailed on. There's not. Second, look, let's have it right. And I totally agree with you. We weren't great, and we deserved to have a collar felt. And USA had chances. I mean, we saw Pulisic hit the crossbar. On another day, it could have been different. And I think Southgate reflect on that. But I just think when was the last time we've done anything in a major tournament other than get to the semi-final and the final under Gareth Southgate? The best manager we've had since Sir Alf Ramsey is now. Let's look back and say, do you know what? We weren't brilliant against USA, but we weren't brilliant against Scotland. Look what happened there. We're a penalty kick away from winning the Euros, right?
Euros are different. It's different.
Is it? Is it?
Well, of course it is, because you've got the South American teams, you've got the better sides coming into the tournament.
What, Costa Rica? Are Costa Rica better than Scotland? Are they? I don't think.
Well, yeah, they are, because they're in the World Cup.
Colombia?
Yeah. Because they're in...
They're over there.
Well, yeah, but they probably are.
But the point I'm making is...
But the point I'm making, Jace, is the fact... I understand, good point. It's a good point. You move on 4 points, you're in control of the group, fine. But you could have set a benchmark to the other nations in the tournament who are all watching England.
Germany.
We're watching...
Germany. Many people's favourites, Argentina. Let's just take a step back. We're only England, by the way. We're not the greatest nation.
One of the favourites to win the competition.
Yeah, but
so go after teams.
So are Germany. So are Argentina. I just think we have this right to think that we are the team that has to go and blow teams out the water. Here we are. We're playing USA. I was with my mates. They're saying they're not even a football nation. I'm like, but have some respect for these countries. Have some respect. These aren't mugs. I just mentioned about the African sides now. They're not mugs. the North American sides, they're not mugs. Let's have some respect. Let's move away from that and say, do you know what? Was it good? No. Can we do better? Yes. Right? So let's move away from that. Because what that now does, yes, of course I want to see a better performance. And do I think we can do better? And should we have done better? Yes, we absolutely should have. But let's give Gareth Southgate some credit. Because actually the result that we got almost guarantees us, unless there's a huge swing, we're in the knockout stages. Right? So let's have some respect and say, do you know what? Maybe he does know what he's doing, and maybe we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, what about Foden? I mean, your mate, Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Still better than Neymar?
Oh, no, I never said that. So here's the big misquote. I would rather have Mason Mount in the team than Neymar. I never said he was better.
You still stand by that?
Yes, and the reason being, see, there's the thing. I said I'd rather have him in the team. Because of who Neymar is. Mason does a different job for the team.
Does nothing.
I mean, back it up, qualify it.
What do you mean?
Won the Champions League.
Oh yeah, with a great side.
I mean, qualify that. You can't just say that. Does not. Come on.
He done nothing on Friday. Does he warrant starting in this side over Foden? Does he warrant starting in this team over Phil Foden?
Okay. So what shape are you playing? How does Foden fit into that foot?
It doesn't matter what shape you're playing. Phil Foden's got to play.
Okay, where'd you play Foden?
Play him in a 10. You got to play.
We played 4-3-3.
Well, 4-3-3, 4-2. It's not 4-3-3. Is it 4-2-3-1?
It was a 4-2-3-1, but Mace played wider of the left of the three as he started and moved. No, but come on, let's give
He's
Gareth.
a defence with this all the time.
But because he gets results. He gets us to a semi-final of a World Cup, gets us to a final of a champ. If we get to the semi-final of the World Cup this year,
I just think we're better than what we've shown. That game against the USA, we're so much better than what we've shown.
Most teams, name me a team that's going to go away saying, do you know what? I've seen absolutely the best I can in my nation. Brazil against Switzerland today, bang average for an hour, bang average.
Yeah, we're playing against Switzerland.
But what I'm saying is, there's no team right now. France against Australia.
USA outplayed us, Jace. They outplayed us.
Yeah, and that was disappointing. What was the score? We got a draw. Let's have some respect for that result.
All right.
Well, I mean, Wales. Wales played what? Wales have done what? I mean, let's talk about Wales, right?
Why do you want to talk about Wales? Why do you want to stick the boot into Wales? We've got to play them tomorrow. You want to stick the boot in?
Just saying. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's going to be fun to knock them out.
I can't wait.
This scenario
I cannot wait.
Cannot get any better because you went on about knocking Wales out of
before
the World
the
Cup,
tournament started.
Before the tournament started, and actually now you're going to have the opportunity to do that.
I can't wait. We'll knock them out this time tomorrow night. You and I will be taking calls when Wales are packing their bags and going home, and that's a good thing.
All right, let's go to Ollie quickly. Who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Ollie.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Go on. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I was following on from Crookie on the last show as well, saying this. I'm just getting fed up with everybody digging into Southgate. He is boring. I can't defend that, but he has done more with a lesser team than Capello did, Hoddle did, Ericsson did. We've got a semi-final. I'm 41. My first World Cup was Italia 90, and I thought, this will be the same every tournament going forward. And it hasn't. It's been awful. We've got nothing better than a quarterfinals with Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney, Owen, Campbell, Ferdinand, Terry, 3 different Coles, Hargreaves.
No, but look at the players. But Ollie, look at the players that we've got now. I mean, you're talking about players who are playing in the Champions League week in, week out, winning Premier Leagues. One of the best strikers in the world.
Ashley Cole, best left back in the world at his time. At that same point, Rooney, best striker in the world at this point. Owen, one of the top 10 strikers at that point. Lampard, Gerrard, Ferdinand, Terry. They were all in the top 5 in their position.
Playing 4-4-2.
We don't have that now. We haven't got that now. Would you put Harry Maguire in the top 10 centre-backs in the world right now?
Well, he's playing well in this tournament. I know that.
But would you put him in the top 10 centre-backs in the world right now?
No.
No. Would you put John Stones in the top 10 centre-backs in the world right now?
You're asking 2 centre-halves, the worst 2 players, the worst 2
Okay,
positions.
all right. Would you put, let's take Harry Kane out of it. Jude Bellingham's too young to be in the top 10 at the moment. Grealish is definitely not in the top 10 in his position.
Grealish don't play.
Exactly. So,
but look at the player he is. He just won the Premier League. So you can have an argument for putting players in their positions.
Scholes won back-to-back Premier Leagues, and they won. They got no further than the quarterfinals.
Yeah, but why are you comparing this team to an old England side who didn't do anything?
No, I'm not comparing
the players that we've got now, Ollie. The players that we've got now, based on that performance against the USA, wasn't good enough. I'm not saying Southgate's not done a fantastic job, but surely with the players that we've got at our disposal, we should be dominating games. Fine, if you draw 0-0 against the USA, fine. But it was the manner of the performance which was unacceptable.
Jamie, who are we to question it, though? Because at the end of the day, I sat there and went, Ericsson definitely underachieved, Hoddle underachieved, Capello underachieved, Southgate underachieves in a game, but he has done more with an England squad that is less by comparison to other managers, what other managers have had at their disposal, and he has got us to a final of a tournament and a semi-final. So we drew a game against the USA. Who cares? Even if we get to the next round and then get knocked out, Southgate has still done more.
You want to see more than that, though, Ollie. You want to see more from England.
Of course I would. So that's more under Southgate than I have done in the last 30 years.
All right, Ollie, it's a great call. I really appreciate what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. For me, looking at that England game, looking at the performance, going into Wales, going into the latter stages of the tournament, if we think we're going to go into knockout stages and go further, when you come up against Netherlands or Senegal...
Netherlands? Have you seen them? They're not pulling up trees. There is no nation...
against like that against the... If we play like we did against the USA, in the knockout stages, we're out. We're gone.
Against who?
Well, it doesn't matter who.
Of course it does.
It doesn't.
There is no side right now I'm looking at going, honestly, they're going to run away with it. Who's going to win?
So we get to the quarter-final, we play France, we play like that. We get knocked out. Or Southgate, well done.
Sorry, did you see Spain last night?
We're out in the quarter-final. We got beat by Wales.
Did you see Spain yesterday?
By France, sorry.
Spain yesterday, right, against Germany. This German side got rolled. There is no outstanding...
They're playing Germany.
There's no outstanding...
We're playing the USA.
There's no So the USA are who? They're
not Germany.
Are they to be discarded?
I'm not saying discard.
Come on, have some respect for other nations. This is the World Cup.
This is the manner of the way we're playing.
This is not the Carabao Cup. Third rate. This is not. This is the World Cup. Have some respect for other nations. Let's just give Gareth Southgate a bit of credit. It's about navigating your way out of the group. Once you're out the group, we can have the conversation. Was it brilliant on Friday? No. Do I want better? Yes. All of that. But let's not hammer the team against a side actually that aren't bad.
Not hammering them. Just saying I want to see more.
I want to see more.
I want to see better.
But you just said we should be whipping these teams.
We should be dominating possession at least with the players that we've got.
We should, but we didn't. All right?
We've got a player in Phil Foden who sat on the bench who has 80% possession every time he plays, week in, week out. Never loses the ball. Give the ball away for fun.
And we can have that conversation. But let's not batter the manager. Come on. He's got to a semi-final and a final. When was the last time you... Honestly, come on.
You can have your sound in 03 717 22 23 44.